それでは、お二人に登壇いただきましょう。オードリー・タンさん、大槻茂実先生です。拍手でお迎えください。それでは、ここからは大槻先生に進行をお願いいたします。
はい、皆さんどうもこんにちは。都市環境学部の大槻、都市政策科学科の大槻でございます。はい、ですね、分かってます。私じゃないですよね。もうオードリーのために来ましたよね。それをよく分かってるんですけど、もうちょっとごめんなさい。ほんの数分だけちょっとお時間をいただきたいなと思います。いきなりやってもつまんないでしょうから、ちょっと自己紹介から進めさせてください。ですね、私、東京都立大学の教員をやっておりまして、都市政策科学科、今ここにあるスライドですね、というところにおります。東京都立大学らしくですね、東京の課題について、政策とかですね、実証的なところから、東京の課題と可能性というのを検討していこうと。非常に実学的というか応用科学的なところにおります。で、専門としては社会学というところをやっておりまして、いろいろとやっております。もう1スライドだけね、ちょっと自分の紹介をさせてください。はい。これですね、今のは都市政策科学科っていう組織全体の話なんですけども、個人的には社会学っていうなんだろうな、人間関係の多様性から社会を考えていくと。そういった研究をやっておりまして、じゃあ、どんな人間関係なのかっていうのをちょっと表現したのがこのスライドになります。一言で言うとですね、社会はその多様性とどう向き合っていくのか、これが実は僕のライフワークというか、生涯をかけて追求したいテーマとして考えてまして、で、その多様性というのでいろんな切り口の仕方があると思いますし、まさに今日のイベントがその多様性とどう向き合っていくかだと思うんですね。で、そういうことなんですけども、その中で僕の中ではそのいくつかのトピックがありまして、例えばその多文化共生だったり、ジェンダーですね、社会的な性差になりますけども、あとは社会階層論です。ちょっとややこしい話ですけども、そうですね、よく学部生に言うのは最近の流行り言葉で言うような親ガチャってありますよね。で、ああいう親ガチャ的なものっていうのは結構今流行り言葉ですけども、僕のやってる専門の社会学ではもう1960年代ぐらいからずっと語られてまして、そういったところをデータを通して見ていくようなことをやってます。あとは地域社会ですよねっていうところで、こうしたところからですね、多様性というのはどうやって向き合っていけるのかななんていうところを実際のデータを通して向き合っていくと、そういうふうにやってます。で、僕のテーマはどうでもいいと思うんですけども、その多様性っていう言葉はですね、やっぱり今の時代を象徴するような言葉ですし、僕らはここにうまく向き合っていかないといけないんじゃないかなというふうに思うわけです。それがまさに今日のイベントの趣旨というふうになってきます。Okay, this is okay. I'm going to have a brief explanation about Tokyo app. This is a slide about citizens can have earned the point by participation in some activities, picking up garbage and putting off the light, saving the energy, and helping elder people. They can earn some points, and and using that kind of points, of course, they can have some shopping or something. But let's go before that. And not only is that kind of a point system, but also we can use some application for the administration service or something, okay? For example, health, environment, sizing, transportation, disaster prevention, okay? So Tokyo app is designed for helping the administration service. Not only that, giving the citizens for the point and something, that kind of shopping, okay? So it seems that Tokyo app is very useful or something exciting. But the problem is, maybe this is not the only one problem, but here is many people think about it that pointed out that to run this kind of application, we need to prepare lots of money for that. Totally is 79.9 billion yen for running Tokyo app, okay? So ポイント付与、ポイント付与のために790億円。で、アプリ開発のために9億4000万ですね。だから799億円っていうのが、まあ、諸場代っていうんですかね、走らせるために必要だというふうに言われています。Alright. Anyway, the point is we need lots of money to run Tokyo app. Okay, this is the point. Okay. And next slide is about other government service, and not in Japan, but Taiwan. And my e-government in Taiwan. I show this slide. Only, if you don't mind, could you explain this for this my e-government system?
It's like a directory that shows for the national government and for the regional municipal government all the different services to provide in the different stages of life. So it is not specific to a level of government, but rather shows all the applicable services in the same web page. The design is so that people with no smartphone, even if it's just a feature phone, or even people who read it from a kiosk and so on, is very responsive, so that even for people with seeing difficulties, you can listen to it and interact it. A lot went into the design so that AI agents can also easily understand the offers that's produced in the index, because we expect in the future, most people will not interact primarily through a browser, but rather through an agent that perform the service and research on behalf of users.
Thank you so much, Audrey. So このライフステージに沿っていろんなアプリ、いろんな項目が出てきてって感じですよね、なります。ですから、we have lots of things to learn from Taiwan. Thank you so much, Audrey. Okay, so let's go back to Tokyo app we are going to use from 2035, and we know there is many opinion about it, so that's why I picked up this topic for today's event, okay? All right, here's the opinion on SNS about the Tokyo app. The blue one is a positive one, the ポジティブな意見で、赤いやつが、ネガティブなオピニオンですね。で、ちょっと見ていただきたいんですけども。Okay, the positive opinions is that once we made that kind of application, we can save our money, save our budget, and we can use it for other service just like welfare or education or something. That is an opinion, positive opinion. And simply, the second one is very simple one, that if we make that kind of application, we don't need to go to the civic center or something. So we can save more time. And the third one is once we develop that kind of application and make it open source, other local government can use that kind of application, so we can save our money or some budget, okay? That kind of a positive opinion is on the SNS. But not only that, yes, there is some other negative opinions. The red one is here. Because, some people have a smartphone just like you, but other people don't have a smartphone. What happened in that kind of situation? Some people they don't have a smartphone. It's gonna be unfair because they cannot earn the points, right? Okay. Yeah, second one is very simple. That once we put that kind of personal information, that will be the risk for the security or something. And last one is very simple. That 79.9 billion yen is very huge money. So we can use that kind of budget for other way or something. So too expensive. Okay, so ここにですからポジティブな意見とネガティブな意見が入り乱れているわけですね。だからこれについて皆さんで議論をしたいと、こういうふうな今日の趣旨でございます。で、多分見てて聞いててもつまんないと思うので、ここからでございます。これでですね、こういった東京アップについてですね、いろいろと調べたいところあると思うんですが、ひとまずこれで共通語があるというふうに考えていただいて、で、ここからですね、東京アップを実際にこの際してですね、ご意見を収集してみたいと思います。ということでですね、ここで、Pol.is というアプリケーションを使ってみたいと思います。Please take a look at this QR code and access to the Pol.is. We are going to use this kind of digital tool to make the digital democracy, okay? And once you access to it, you can open this kind of the interface. And if I'm correct, you can see the 17 questionnaire on this application because I prepared that kind of item before this event, 17 items. And you can give them your opinion about positive or negative or don't know. Personally, I recommend you to answer green or red, not don't know or yes. Please choose agree or disagree with kind of this 17 opinion. But not only that, if you don't mind, please take a look at number 3. This is a strong point of the Pol.is. You can add your opinion on this blank, okay? Free word. After that, we are going to make the second round. Showing up these kind of opinion. I heard that 300 or 400 people are coming to this event, and unfortunately, I cannot show every opinion, but I don't know, 10 or 50 opinion, we're going to show it, and we're going to do the second round. Let's give them about agree or disagree or something. 双方向なんですね。ここで皆さんが19通したものをもう一度その瞬間にまた賛成反対の意見ができるんです。だから一方通行じゃないんですね。双方向なんですね。We're going to use, because Pol.is, that's a strong point. We can do interactive direction. Not only the answering, but also showing the opinion. Okay, so I heard that I think there is 17 items, so I'll give you a few minutes. So after the first round, we are going to go to the second round. In that time, we are going to show some of your opinions. So I recommend you to show put your opinion and this kind of a question or your opinion, simply one. 他の人が答えやすいような形で19図を書いていただけると非常にありがたいですかね。Yes, please access to the Tokyo, Pol.is and show your opinion on the application. Of course, it's anonymous. 匿名なんで大丈夫です。
It's moving very quickly.
Yeah, ongoing. It means we have 5 groups here?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, nice, wow. Sweet. I see it's I don't know the detail about the algorithm.
You can click into each of the group.
Okay.
It's called K-means clustering. It finds what's unique. You can click A, B, C, D, E. These things can be clicked.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 groups now. And then you can see what define group A, what define group B.
Okay. Please click B if you don't mind.
Yeah.
B をクリックして、okay. What's the character of group B? Is it?
The group B all agree on the. So you can go to the report page. It will summarize for you. You can refresh the report.
At least since we have 5 groups about this topic.
And you can also go to the narrative report. Yeah, this one. Yes, and we'll refresh this page.
Is this the output of narrative report?
Yeah, this is the narrative report.
So who wrote this analysis?
It's called OpenAI. Maybe you have heard of it.
AI.
You can scroll down.
Okay.
Scroll down. Yes, so it showed there's more than 280 people. And 240 people voted enough to be grouped. And so it discovered the groups between the ABCD, and it showed the consensus across all the groups. And then it shows the differences across the groups. So
consensus 21 and 33 item about, oops, don't, come down. They're agreeing to one. 私はスマートフォンを持っている。私は LINE と33私は LINE といったスマートフォンのアプリを自動的に使用しているっていう点は is common items that we are sharing. I mean, is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. ABC. Okay.
Right, and then it starts defining the difference between the groups.
Let's go down. 下に行ってもらえますか? Okay. Here's the character of each groups. Is it okay?
Yes, and then it on the paragraph above, it says Group A, B, C, D defines differently. Group A is strong support for digital advancement, convenience, and so on. So the point here is not that people must agree on things. It is that the system makes it impossible for the screaming, the shouting to dominate the discussion. Even people with many differences can still see that we have much more in common than we previously thought. Like no matter which group you belong to, you probably agree with the importance of simplification and so on. And so the groups will start merging into one another. So if you refresh again, you will see the group A and B have merged, and C and D have merged. So there, if you refresh, there's now only two groups. Right, so that was because people have built bridges across AB and CD, and people in C and D both agree on those smaller bridges. And so once people in group C and D cross those bridges, they merge into a group. And the same with the original group A and B. And so now A, B, C, D is just A and B. And so that is how the bridges are crossed in real time with machine learning. And if we go and check what defines group A and B now, you will also see much more consensus within the group, intra-group. And then across the group, people all think transparency is very important. Environmental sustainability is important. And people all use smartphones here because it's called sampling bias. If you don't use smartphone, you can't scan the QR code. But otherwise, people have shared feelings about these statements. And then the groups, they start summarizing. So the point here is not to erase all difference, but rather to present the differences in a balanced way. So people can have a matter-of-fact conversation.
At least we can show the difference.
Yes.
Okay. Is it okay to interpret that at least there's A and B, and I could see more of A, B, C, D, or anyway.
Because there's now only two groups now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway,
about
even if the
equal in
group
number.
is different, but just like take a look at the 35 items at 35, number 35, that アプリによって行政手続きを大幅に簡便になると。We can simplify the administration service by using the application. You know, group A and group B is of course different, but about that kind of 35 topic, Group A and Group B have a common issue, common opinion about that. Is it okay to interpret that? Okay.
Yes, certainly. Yeah. So the point here, this is the difference graph.
Okay.
So it shows the statements that can tell A and B apart, like which statements, like Group A and Group B, most differ. So that's called areas of difference. But exactly as you mentioned, it's harder and harder to find true differences now. Maybe only one or two statements are truly polarizing, such as the one about the simplification of the administration, right? And so that shows people that the divisiveness, the polarization, is really very few. But it was that the social media, SNS, usually spend all the power, all the energy on just that few division, but overlooking the commonality.
Thank you so much. But using the third one, the opinion, your guys' opinion, maybe we can find the common opinion, common viewpoint of something. Is it correct?
Yes, and that is on the yes.
Okay.
That is
so
correct.
Can we go to the round two? I mean, we already gathered you guys' opinion, so we can take the same procedure. でも今回はその皆さんが出してくれた意見で同じく投票ができるので、そこでなんか共通語みたいなのが見つかるんじゃないかなっていうふうに僕は解釈してるんですけど、できますかね。もうそれで、じゃあこれでラウンド2でございます。その多分ですね、なんだっけ、ポリスで今その 皆さんが提示してくれたものがインタラクションなんですよね。だからその場で皆さんがそれに対して双方向でまた意見が言えるっていうところですよね。しかもそれが先ほどの質疑応答で参加してくれた方が言っていた匿名性が保持された上でそこが出せるので、だからそこで自分の意見も出しやすいんじゃないかなっていうふうになりますね。ちょっとその10項目はちょっと僕は今確認できないんですが、皆さんが出してくれた意見すべてではない、ちょっと時間的な都合です。これはもうやろうと思えば全部出せます。例えば300人がいたとして300人のそれぞれのアイテムを項目を全部出すこともできるんですね。ただちょっとこれはもう単純に時間的な都合上Q&A の時間なんか設けたいのであらかじめこっちで選ばせていただいたはずです。で今それを登録できるのでちょっと皆さんまたお時間もうすでにやられたかもしれませんが、登録ご自身の意見を表明していただけ投票していただけますか？
I think 30, 35 outstanding ones.
I hope we can find some common opinion.
Yeah, there's many common opinions.
Yeah, bridging the A and Group B.
Yes.
Not only the opinions, the application is useful, but maybe we can find out another common bridge. Oh, it's running?
Yes, it's running.
Okay.
And I'm getting a lot of common consensus now. Yeah, yes. So you can see a full list of what was in agreement now, starting with 36. Okay. Right, so really only one statement is divisive, but people are now converging toward the consensus statements, which is a stronger cluster now.
This 42 is divided, is correct?
Yeah, so 42 is the most divisive one that says it is unfair that some people with no smartphone and they cannot receive
so for example,
the points.
Let's go to Group A. Group A says
Group A says it's not really unfair.
Okay, it's not.
And Group
it's not
B
fair.
says it's very unfair.
Okay, so about the unfairness is divided.
Yes,
okay.
But really only one thing is divided. And now everything else is now moving toward the left. Only one is on the extreme of division. And if we go on for 3 weeks, as it usually was the case in Taiwan, at the end of 3 weeks, almost everything will be in the consensus. So it takes time. It is not auto magic that in just 5 minutes, everybody will find agreement. But if you keep running this even for a day or two, the agreement will show itself very easily. But even now, after just 10 minutes, you already see much more in the consensus part compared to the initial configuration of 4 or 5 different groups.
Okay. So right side to left side. 3 weeks? 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks means almost everything consensus will be discovered. But now even just 10 minutes, you can already see a longer list of majority statements.
Okay.
Because people manage to cross the bridge.
Okay. So we can see how opinion is going to make a consensus.
Yes. So for example, one example, 36, okay, which is the top consensus at the moment.
Okay.
It says, if digitalization can reduce the workload of public servants, people don't want the public servant to lose job. People want the public servant to spend time on more pressing issues, such as childcare support and other care work. So this is a strong consensus that says the AI transformation is to free people's time for more care work. Okay. It is not to replace care work. And care work should be left still to humans. Okay. So whether people who have a smartphone or not, who think it's fair or not, we all agree.
Have a common opinion
on that idea. Okay. And
That's
so
sweet.
It means whomever, like the minister or the governor, can make action based on this idea immediately without waiting for all the controversy to be resolved. This is how we use Pol.is.
At least we can visualize this kind of opinion change. Okay, that's amazing. ここからはちょっと挙手をしていただいて、直接オードリーとお話をしていただければと思うんですが、よろしいですか？
Yeah, thank you. Great question. In Taiwan, the Taipei city government provides this application, just like Tokyo, for the metropolitan services. And it also provides the associated dashboard and source code and so on as open source public code for other cities to use. So on the city level, Taipei City, very similar to the Tokyo metropolitan area. On the national level, instead of building another app, we make index so that even if you do not use the city app, you can go through the browser, the website, telephone, many other ways, AI, to access the same services so that people can string together many services, maybe one by the city government, maybe one by the national government, maybe one by smaller like county or district level governments, and then they can finish the same service using many different services rolled in one. So for example, if I want to help a handicapped relative to get a special parking permit or something like that, they will need proof of credential from many different ministry and many different level of government. And the application is finally sent to the municipal government. And then the national government string all those services together. So you can just go to a single website called My Data, and then the My Data connects you to the different apps and different services prepared by different ministry and different municipality, and then you just authorize once, and then it finish the service on your behalf. So this is a more agentic way of delivering service. It's very popular among young people, but elderly, many young people help them to use them too. And also in the digital opportunity center, in the village or in the gathering places, there's also free help by the social workers, so the elderly are not left out from the service.
I got it. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a very good question. Yeah, the young people through the e-government website can start a petition, and anyone can start petition. But the young people, about 17 years old, most popular, and the next most popular, 70-year-old, very old people, because both age bracket have more free time. And also, they care more about the future instead of just the next quarter. People in the working age, they naturally care about their industry, their sector. So the young and the old, they form this intergenerational solidarity, so they can petition for social change. So 5,000 people in the website on the government can force a ministerial response. So for example, the young people say that they want to go to school 1 hour later because 1 more hour of sleep gets you better grade than 1 more hour of study. It's very scientific. And Taiwanese people, like Japanese people, lose a lot of sleep to studying. And so when the science gets out, that shows actually if you don't sleep enough, you don't even remember what you study during the day. It was very convincing. And so the young people started a petition for the school time change. And they got a lot of support from the old people as well. And so very quickly, the Ministry of Education went on an online meeting with the young people to review the scientific evidence. And the ministry conclude the young people have a point. So they change the hour of studying. Everybody go to school 1 hour later. And so the point here is that the young people, if they can set the direction of the society, it's called a Pygmalion effect. We expect them to be adult before they turn 18. Then they act like an adult. And the petitioner who effects such change often are invited into the cabinet as the advisor to the minister. So some advisors are not even 18 years old. Some have good petition that ban plastic straw from bubble tea, maybe. And there was also a young lady that started a movement to build a museum for menstruation for a period, to make it normal, to not make it taboo, very successful. And so all these social change makers become cabinet level advisors. People under 35 can serve in such a term. So I was 33 when I was an advisor to the cabinet. When I was 35, I became minister. So I had practice working with minister already for 2 years. But when I was 35, I'm too old. I cannot be a young advisor anymore. So I need my own young advisors that advise me. So it's a generational solidarity. I hope that answers your question.
Well, it does, but actually I'm very surprised. Being 35 years old is too old.
Too old to be a young advisor. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
This is a great question. The government should trust citizen, but citizen does not need to trust the government. This is the default configuration in a democracy. By trusting the citizen, our government in Taiwan, for example, we recently made a wallet app for credential. So it's not like my number, it's not a card, but rather it's an app. And on the app, you can store your diploma or your health card or really anything about you. But in order to show it to other people, you can choose only part of the information. So for example, if I have a graduate diploma, I can use it to show I'm over 18 years old if I want to buy alcohol or something. But I do not have to show my birthday or birth year or where I live or even my name. And I don't even need to say it's from a diploma. If I have driver license, I can use it to show the same thing. I'm over 18 years old. Or if I want to be a young advisor, I can show I'm under 35 years old, but I don't have to show exactly how old I am. It's called selective disclosure. Now, many people think if government issued this app, maybe the government have another motivation to manipulate, right? So we publish the code, the source code, the blueprint. So if you don't trust the government, but if you trust, for example, your school can roll out the same wallet using the code that the government publishes, but it's now running on the school's computer. Maybe you trust your school. If you don't trust your school and you trust your bank, the bank can also roll out the same wallet. Many people trust Apple or trust Google. So it can also work with the wallets of the Apple wallet and the Google wallet. So the point here is not that everybody here must trust the same anchor. Everybody have very different anchor of trust. Some people only trust their family, and then their family can also run a wallet server if they want, right? So the government's job is to publish the app only as a reference so that other people with better idea can take this reference and take it to different direction. But it still is interoperable. That is to say, you can port one credential from one wallet to another wallet. So instead of building a superhighway that only go to one direction, the government should build on-ramp, off-ramp, a lot of different way to switch between different roads. And this is how we can win back trust from citizenry, not by trusting the government, but by offering trust to the citizen. I hope that answers your question.
ありがとうございました。よくわかりました。
Thank you. Yeah. So as I mentioned, the app is just a shortcut to services. If a service can only be used within the app, then we say it's in a silo. It's like a highway with no off-ramp, no on-ramp. It just goes to the destination. It's not very convenient. So a lot of the work we do in Taiwan is to define API, application programming interface, so that if an app offers 10 functions, then without the app, those 10 functions are still useful as 10 API. And so you can build another app that combines 5 of the 10 functions and 5 from some other level of government into your own app. So this ability to mix and match makes it easier for people to have an integrated service, because the government cannot know all the possibilities that people will want to make. So it's easier if we offer Lego blocks. And previously, you have to know programming in order to assemble those Lego blocks. But now, because of vibe coding, because of AI. You just need to know what you want to do. And then the AI will just assemble it together for you. So that's even more convenient.
Audrey, can I join? Because I have the same questions as it's a little bit unclear to me to share the information across a different administrative level. Just know we are in Hachioji City, but not only the city, but the Tokyo government and finally Japan or something that different level of the ward or administrative service. But your story is just sharing the information about the personal information or something, not only Tokyo, but Hachioji City and Japan. But how can we share that kind of information in more legal viewpoint or something? Do you have some hint about it?
Yeah. As I mentioned, if it's personal information, it's downloaded to your phone. And your phone is only visible to yourself.
Okay.
So the wallet is called a self-sovereign, meaning that the wallet is only storing in your phone. So we're not asking you to download everything to Apple or download everything to Google. It is just downloading to the wallet. And as I mentioned, the wallet does not have to be the government one. You can also use any other wallet that you trust. So the idea is using a single wallet, you can connect to all levels of services. And then these services can offer the personal data they have on you, so you can download to the wallet. And then from your wallet, share it in a selective fashion. So everything goes by you with your agent on that wallet as the only on-device AI that look at these things.
Okay, but let's go about, for example, today's topic of Tokyo app.
Yes.
Because Tokyo app is run by Tokyo Metropolitan Government, but not only Tokyo Metro TMG, but maybe Hachioji City or Tama City just want to know that kind of information, but the information is occupied by the Tokyo Metropolitan. So what should we do? Because citizens have to use Tokyo app for Tokyo Metropolitan Government Service, but let's go about Hachioji local government service, we need to log in another application or something. That is very tough for the citizens.
Exactly. Yeah. So the point here is that it should not be you that goes to those 5 different level of government, these 5 services. Remember what I said about the handicap parking permit. You need to go to the Ministry of Health and Welfare for the handicap proof. You need to go to the household registration to prove you are a family member of that handicapped person. You need to go to the Department of Motor Vehicle Registration, Ministry of Transportation, to prove that this car belongs to your relative, right? So if it's manually by yourself, you have to go to 5 different websites, log in 5 different times, 3 times using your ID and 2 times using your relative ID, just to prove that you can get the handicap parking permit for the municipality. But using the idea of my data, it is an agent that makes this request on your behalf. So you just say, I want to give my relative who is handicapped the car parking permit. And then the agent goes to this ministry, that municipality, and so on. And you just say, download everything. And then you download everything, and then you download that and disclose the relevant parts. You click and upload to the municipal API. And the municipal service check, it really comes from the transportation, from the household registration, from welfare. It all checks out, and it gives you a parking permit. Okay, so it's a hub that is the wallet. And then each service do not need a separate login.
Connected by
Yes,
the
it's the my data vision.
It's very amazing. Yes. A little bit different to recognize the difference between the real society and the science fiction or something. Just the technology you told me sounds like some science fiction to me.
Yeah, but many people already have like Apple Wallet, right? So they can download the plane ticket or some club membership card.
Doing that.
Yes, I have a Star Alliance Gold on my iPhone right now, so it does not need a government.
All right. That's not obvious. We are already doing that. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's a great question. In Taiwan, we changed the curriculum, how schools teach in 2019. Before, our idea was called literacy, media literacy, and so on. It means to understand, to comprehend. But from 2019 onward, we feel that anything with a standard answer, AI can solve that for human. So we don't need to stick to only literacy anymore. So we switched to competency. Competency means the ability to produce, not just to consume. So a media literate person knows how to read the news, but a media competent person can write the news together with the other classmates. And so with AI, it is now very, very easy to go across languages, cultures, disciplines, and so on to make a report together. And once people have made a report together, for example, to look at what is the rumor or the propaganda of the day and help to write a report that say it's actually like this or like that, or to look at the most controversial issue of the day and use tool like Pol.is to find out that people want the human in the loop for the care work instead of human replaced by apps, right? That was the consensus. So if the young people know how to write reports with the help of AI, then they will not be replaced by AI. Because if each student can offer a different perspective, then together, the collective intelligence is very strong. But if each student only memorize the same answer, then AI memorize it much better than humans, right? So the difference between perspective is our friend. It is not the enemy. So that is the philosophy we switched in 2019 in Taiwan. So you can see in many of our examinations and so on, we freely allow the use of AI because we don't see students competing with AI. We see AI as just a tool, like a calculator or something. Hope that answered your question.
よろしいですか？
大変参考になりました。教員の友達と語り合いたいと思います。
Thank you.
よろしいですか？
Yeah, thank you. We took two very interesting steps. One, as I mentioned, is the idea of petition. So it's not the government setting all the agenda, all the topic to be discussed. Anyone with 5,000 people support can tell the government what to talk about. This is important because if it's only the government sharing what should be decided, then the people's urgency is not that high. Maybe this is very urgent for the governor or for the mayor or the president, but for people, other things like getting enough sleep before going to school, more urgent than any other topic. So to share the agenda setting power to all citizens and residents, including people younger than 18, that is the first step, a very important step. The second step is to make sure that even people with no connection to the internet as a habit have free access or almost free access to broadband internet. Because for many people, if you have to pay extra money to download a video, they will not see the whole video. They will just read some SNS text. But for many topics of policy, you do need to talk to people, to see people talking to each other. You need broadband connection. You don't make the best informed decision if you can only see 140 characters at a time. So we made sure broadband is a human right in Taiwan. So starting 2018, around that time, we decided to invest so that people pay about $14 a month, but it doesn't matter how much bandwidth they use. So we support live streaming and broadcasting and live video and things like that at no extra cost to people. And so this way, even people living in a very remote island or very high mountain, we ensure using microwave or now satellite, they can all get broadband access. And so they feel re-included into the system. They do not feel excluded from the system. So two things, right? The citizens setting the agenda, and then broadband as a human right. These are the two steps.
ありがとうございます。大変興味深い戦略でした。そういった形で、後半の方のステップとしては、そのインフラのような形、人権の一つだとして、そういった整備を進めるっていうのがすごく、日本も進めていけるといいのかなって大変思いました。ありがとうございました。
Yeah, thank you.
大変恐れ入りますが、そろそろ終わりのお時間となりますので、これにて質疑応答終了といたします。オードリーさん、大槻先生、ありがとうございました。はい。ありがとうございます。それでは大変残念ではございますが、講座の終了のお時間となってまいりました。最後に東京都立大学を代表いたしまして、大橋隆也学長より結びのご挨拶をいただきたいと思います。大橋学長、よろしくお願いいたします。
学長の、大橋と言います。本日はオードリー・タン先生、大槻先生、大変、エキサイティングというか興味深いセッション、ありがとうございます。オードリー先生は昨年11月に、続いて、また半年ぶりというか、大変お忙しい中、本当にありがとうございます。デジタルというと、僕なんかはそういう SNS でかなり攻撃的というか批判的になるようなものがよく取り上げられてるっていうことを感じたり、あるいはコロナの時もそうでしたけれど、オンラインばっかりで授業をやってると学生たちがかなり孤立感を感じてるということもありました。でも今日のポリスなんかを使ったそういうデジタルのある種ディスカッションですね。それによって人々は違うところもあるけれど、こんなにたくさん一緒のところがあるんだっていうことを感じることができて、ある種みんなと一緒につながってるんだとか、あるいは孤立感から抜け出すことができるというか、非常に勇気づけられるようなデジタルの方向性ということを今日は教えていただいたと思います。都立大の学生の皆さんも今日のセッションぜひ支えにして、オードリー先生、大槻先生を続くようにぜひ、頑張ってほしいと思います。本日本当にありがとうございました。以上です。
大橋学長、ありがとうございました。それでは最後にオードリーさん、講義を聞いている皆様に向けてメッセージをお願いできますでしょうか。
I really appreciate reading through all your statements on Pol.is. I'm going after this to the reception in the Sushi Tech and meet the people from the Tokyo Metropolitan Government, maybe Koike-san and her team. And so I will share this report with them. Hopefully they can consider many of the points, especially about the human care work around caring for the children, for education, and so on. I think these consensus from the people here is a very powerful compass to share the direction. Because when designing government services, I'm sure the Koike-san's governments, just like Taiwanese government, don't want to leave anyone behind. But not leaving anyone behind, very easy to say. But if the people are indifferent, people feel nothing about the government service, then it's not easy to leave nobody behind because we don't know where people are. So we don't know how to connect to those people. And so I think indifference is really our enemy and difference is our friend. Thank you.